Well, hello, TLP and Global Pundit family. We are here for our game day build-up. We're super excited, ready for the early game. Cannot wait for this. Can we continue our winning run? Can we keep our lead ahead of Wickham, both us and Wickham, in the early game day games today? Cannot wait. Let's get into it. Lots to talk about. Bring it on.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Wrexham Game Day Build-Up. Welcome to the show. And now to bring in the distinguished gentleman with me, the man with the power, okay? The man of the hour. He is Paddy Power. And also, hey, the blunder from down under. It's Ken.
Oh, my God. I don't know. I'm
Ken was
telling
pushing
you
the
now,
buttons.
boys, literally, you know how this whole works with the media assets and everything. I hit the media asset. I went to put Aaron up, and as soon as I clicked it, it cut me out. It shut the show down on me. I'm like, what happened?
Oh, that was funny.
So anyway, I have learned from the best touching buttons. I will admit, I don't think it was my fault, but I have to take full responsibility. So
No one else was
there
touching
we go.
buttons.
The blunder from down under.
The blunder from down under.
That was like, oh my God. Okay. We were going to mention this at some stage, but Patrick Oden, we were going to mention how good we all looked.
Yep.
Paddy looks like, Paddy, that's last season's kit, is it? Or was that this season?
No,
This
this season.
Oh, no, yeah. There's the HP. Yeah, I just couldn't see the HP. Yep. But anyway, all good. And Patrick's mentioned it. All black kit from us, but the team. Oh, look at that. And it's even dumped my assets. I've got to bring the assets back in for the teams. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. I've got to go find it now.
The blunder from down under.
This is it. Oh, my God. Could not be any worse. This is hopeless. But
Tip
anyway,
for the future, Ken, convert it to PDF and dump it into the group.
Well, I had converted it to, I brought it in. Here we go. Let's bring that in. Anyway, you guys chat. I'm going to go find this stuff.
Welsh Techies nailed it. Smooth as silk.
This is it. You boys talk. I'm going to get these.
Yeah,
these
and so what we were talking about with the black jerseys was we had the team up in front of us. We were having a quick look, and then all of a sudden mentioned the black tops. And what do I notice? We're in bloody home red again for an away match. I'm like, what the hell? I hate wearing red away.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, Macca, back in red.
Hey.
No.
Oh, and surprise! Unchanged 11.
The tattoo's getting closer and closer.
Right. Can't wait.
And I mean, our fearless leader did do a really nice thumbnail for our show yesterday with Macca in the Wigan kit. And lo and behold, here he is, back in his true colours, which Paddy hates for an away game. I mean,
okay. I'm going to answer this question. Sorry. Where is it? There you go. G-Toast 99. What's wrong with the red away? Superstition. No, I'm not that superstitious, actually. And very recently, I went through the stats for how we have won and lost in red in our away matches, and we're not doing badly at all. So it's not even an issue that we're actually losing when we wear red. It's just I've paid for a black kit. I've paid for a gold kit. I would like to see the team wear them. We have a home kit, which is red. We have two technically second/away kits. I would like them to be used. Thank you very much.
Well, what's your favourite kit, Paddy?
I really like the black and the gold, but probably gold if I had to choose.
Aaron?
I like the red. I'm good with red.
Okay. There we go.
But to answer the question, Paddy's not superstitious. He's just a little stitious. That's all. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little stitious.
Aaron's on fire today. He is on fire. Well, unchanged 11. We'll get into that team a little bit later. Let's go straight across to our mighty opposition for this evening, Wigan Athletic. Here we go. Boys, the team that has scored, what have we got here? They're really powering along. So goals for, goals against. They've scored 35 goals, conceded 39 for a negative 4 and against. What do we reckon? So in 40 games, they've only managed to get it into the back of the net 35 times. But conversely, have only conceded 39, so less than a goal a game.
Right. So I feel confident we can get a clean sheet today, but also
Yes.
worried that we also need to score. So.
It might be a really clean sheet.
Now, I did do a couple of sheets of the power of stats this week. And interestingly, clean sheets come up again for Wigan. So we'll talk about that later.
All right.
Okay. Well.
Right,
I'm excited. Let's get stuck into it.
I'll kick us off here with a little player review, and with probably the silliest name in the EFL, Sam Tickle. Sam Tickle. He's 23. He doesn't deserve that. He's probably their best player, to be fair. He's like I said, he's 23. He's conceded 39 goals. He's kept 15 clean sheets. He's got a rating of a 7.12. He started 40 matches. So less than a goal per game. So that's pretty good. He's faced one penalty and he saved that penalty. So that's good. 115 saves. His save percentage is 74.7%, which is pretty good. Let's see, clean sheets we already talked about. His distribution, his accurate long ball is 165. The percentage is only 21.6%, which isn't fantastic. But yeah, he's a good keeper. He's not an out of this world keeper, but he's a very competent keeper, very good for a young keeper. I think most teams would be happy to have him in their lineup. So
we've got to be on our game to get it past him.
Yeah,
tonight.
Absolutely.
Now they typically play a 4-3-2-1, Paddy, and who we got up for us next?
Next is Jason Kerr, following along with their defence. Centre back, he is 28 years old. He is a very solid starter for them. He has started 39 out of 39 matches. He has scored 1 goal, and his stats are pretty decent. He has 90% aerial duels won, 80% defensive actions. He is 180 tall, so he's tall enough for centre back. And he will be one of their standouts if they are to hold together as a strong defence, which is their priority over attack, because their attack is weak.
And now he was strongly linked with us, wasn't he, in the off-season?
Yes,
he was, as was everybody else. But yeah, again, a nice strong centre back. We do need strong centre backs, but we've had O'Connell turn it up this season. Still interested to see what will happen with Scar in the summer, but that's for then, not now.
Yeah, he was definitely heavily linked before we heard anything about Dan Scar. It was Jason Kerr was the one, and it sounded like we were close, and then he ended up extending his contract with Wigan. So
how old was he again, Paddy? Sorry,
he's 28.
Okay,
so he won't be a target anymore.
No,
I wouldn't think so.
I just thought I'd check that with the thinking about that off season, but we're going to get Premier League players for next season. I'm just calling it now.
There we go.
Yeah,
we're going to open the purse strings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next up, who we got?
All right. So the other defender, because their defense is very good, Will Ameson. So he's 5'10". He's 30 years old. He's played 37 matches, started 36 of those. 3,200 minutes, a rating of 7.04. So solid defender every game in, game out. His pass accuracy is 82.4%, long ball accuracy 38.5%. Go down to defending. His tackles 141. Duels won percentage 66.9. Aerial duels percentage 73%. 37 interceptions. He's committed 41 fouls. 120 recoveries. Possession won in the final third, 5. 6 yellow cards, no red cards. Good, solid, strong defender that could cause us trouble.
Which
But
I guess
hopefully we
is
can break them down.
which is what they've based their season around. I mean,
Yeah.
they're in 18th position on the table. They're not going to get relegated. They're not going to make the playoffs. But then, an interesting note here, Paddy, I think you're going to do their striker. And when I look at a team that's only scored 35 goals, their main striker, who have you got for us here?
We have Dale Taylor, and he is on loan to them, so he is not their player, but he is their striker. He's 21. I almost said he was 28 because that's his shirt number. No, he's 21 years of age, and he has scored 9 goals for them and provided 7 assists. So he is their main playmaker up front, and if they are going to score on us, it's very likely he will be involved somewhere. So he has started 30 matches and played 37 for them. And decent high rating, only 3 yellow cards, so he doesn't mess about too much. He has also played for Wycombe Wanderers the previous season and Burton Albion the season before that. So he is consistently on loan from his club, which I believe is Notts Forest. So he's their man up the front, and he is a little bit of a danger, but he needs assistance from the rest of the team to get there, it seems.
Well, he's scored over 25% of their goals for the season.
Yeah, target man.
Wow.
Absolute.
Yeah, wow. And kit watch. I mean, I don't mind this kit, the blue and white kit. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that blue and white stripe.
Yeah.
And the red is a good juxtaposition to that for us tonight. As much as Paddy doesn't like that for the away kit, the gold would have worked, I think.
Yes, of course.
So would have the black, I guess. But anyway,
the one last special mention I was going to throw out there, James Carragher, which is Jamie Carragher's son, Liverpool legend. So he plays right back for him. He's 6'4", big kid. So he's 22 years old. So we'll see. But yeah, he's just thought I'd throw that special mention out there, Jamie Carragher's son.
look at you, Darren, doing all the nice things.
That's right.
And tell you what, you're in a very jovial mood tonight, mate. I think your jokes have been on point early. Let's see if you can keep it up for the whole pre-game.
No, we'll see what I can do. No guarantees.
Well, I mean, without any further ado, we should really get into all these changes.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
go.
and moving on. No.
That's about right. So, no surprises. I mean, unchanged 11. Thoughts?
I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah. This is one that could go down to the late part of the match before we score, or I think it could be a fairly easy match. It's kind of
Okay, so you heard it here first. Goal in the second minute by Wrexham.
It's one of those teams that are pretty strong. They'll be difficult to break down. But if you do break them down, if you get an early goal, they're going to be in trouble because they will have no choice but to chase the game, which will completely break up their positives.
And I've seen a fair few people commenting there, and I'd probably have to go way too far back through the chat to see they're saying that they saw him limping on the way in. Well, he's obviously not that bad, and maybe he was faking it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, look, I would really love to see, and not because if he's slightly injured or not, just because of a player management, I would love to see J-Rod come off at halftime and Fletch come on.
Yeah, Fletch can certainly do a full half. I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we're 5 games left in the season, 450 minutes plus extra time. Let's get some players. They only have to play half those minutes for the next 5 games. Especially seeing next weekend it's Friday, Monday. So I'd like to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a J-Rod hat trick. That's what I'd like to see.
Ooh, that would be nice. Well, when I look across here, and I did just bring Wrexham up on FOTMob. So Sam Smith has got 16 goals for the season. Obviously, not all those with us, and J Rod's now got 2. And then I look across the next row. Now listen to this: McLean, Rathbone, James, Dobson, Longman. 3 goals McLean, 6 goals Rathbone, 1 goal for Matty James, 1 goal for Dobson, 3 goals for Longman. And then even across the back, no goals for Brunt, but 2 for O'Connell and 1 for no goals for O'Connell, and 7 goals for Clearworth. And I did mess that up. I was looking at Longman, and he hasn't actually got goals. My apologies. I'm looking at assists there. That's assists. Gotcha. Yeah, my apologies. So yeah, it was 3 for Macca, 6 for Rathbone, 1 for James, 1 for Dobbo, none for Longman, none for Brunt, none for O'Connell, 7 for Max. Like seriously, 7 for Max.
He's due. He's due one.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
So I mean, and I guess therein lies when we started talking about Wigan just before and the lack of attacking potency.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of feels like it's a matter of time before we get, and just the stats don't guarantee goals, but it just feels to me like we have the ability to really put a team like this to the sword.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So Aaron, you're saying you want J-Rod hat trick. Paddy, yes. What's up your sleeve?
I want the Macca goal.
Macca goal against his old team. Yeah. I like that, Paddy. That's really good.
Header on the back post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicely delivered cross in from Longman.
Past the first defender. And
wow, that's from a corner.
A good point. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. So, I mean, look, it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun tonight. I feel like the team's got that real killer instinct and they can sniff the finish line, and it's going to be on. I mean, Burton there. So it seems like Burton's well and truly there as the sub goalkeeper now. So we won't see Howard for the rest of the season.
Probably not.
And it was an unchanged bench too. I mean, I've dropped it down because I think the people want to see our lovely faces. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, but
absolutely.
And I mean, look, well, we got plenty of time here. What else, Paddy? You've got some stats for us tonight as well for the guys.
Yeah, let's have a look at Wigan for a second. Give them a little bit more time. Okay, so I went through the stats again, and we have coach. Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Oh, I feel better now.
Okay, now you're not the only one to mess up. I never reset the graphic, right? So we have Lowe versus Parkinson. We know Parkinson's stats. They pretty much haven't changed very much. But Lowe is new to Wigan, and he hasn't done very well since he's come in so far. He's only been in charge of 5 matches, and he has had 0 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. So that's not great. Points per game, 0.6. So he's still trying to find his feet and maybe getting together with the team. Now he has time, obviously, because he's nicely above the relegation zone. I don't think he's too worried about that, but it doesn't look good at the moment. He doesn't seem to be getting together. So 0% win ratio there on just a few matches.
Those numbers for that many games, even though they have got 6 games left for them in the season, not 5, even those another 3 points would get them to 49.
Yeah, they'll find the point somewhere.
And 49, I think, is safe.
Yeah. Okay. So then, obviously, we know what they are. They're 18th with the 46. Only need a couple of more. Points per game, home and away. Points per game is standard, just above the 1. So that's what you would expect. Home and away, they have actually taken the same amount of points home and away. So they're not better at home than away, which is usually what you see with the majority of teams, which is kind of good for us that they're not anything special at home. Clean sheets was the interesting one. I mentioned this earlier. They have 15 clean sheets. So they can defend. They can hold together as a solid unit that we need to break down. So it may take a while to get that first goal. I hope it doesn't.
You know what I love about that stat, Paddy?
Mhm.
The other 25 games they let in a whack of goals.
Yeah, yeah. But that is kind of what I said. Once they get the first goal in, they have to chase it, and they're not good at chasing it. So that can obviously lead to a whack of goals. So hopefully it's an early goal for us, and then we batter them, and it wouldn't hurt the goal difference just to have a couple there anyway. Their possession is better. Their possession is better than ours, which is not unexpected. They have 50% and we have 47.8. Yellow cards is fairly decent for them as well. They're not high up the list on yellow cards, so nothing crazy there.
And with those stats, Paddy, just flick that back up.
Yep.
For those of you that like nice round numbers, Wrexham could do us a favour tonight and take a win, because that would take us to an even 2 points per game.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so this graphic is not mine. I stole it from our Discord.
Thank you, Discord.
Thank you, Discord. But it was nice, and I didn't have to put it together and do any work, so I took it anyway. Goals conceded by 10 minutes in the match. And look at the last 10 minutes for Wigan. Now, obviously, there is a proviso there that the last 10 minutes also include the extra minutes as well. So you would expect it to jump up a little bit. But almost 30% of all goals conceded are conceded in that last 10 minutes plus the extra time.
I like that 40 to 70 minute stretch too.
Yeah, the 40 to 50?
Well, no, 40.
Oh, the whole thing, the whole way through. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we know they concede. But looking at that, the first half is stronger for them. Obviously, they tire, which you would have to do as well. If you're constantly defending, it's going to wear you out, especially against good teams.
And if you've conceded a goal and you're chasing, you
chasing.
are highly likely to concede another one late.
Yes, absolutely. So in the Discord, they were calling for a Fletcher special. So could we have more goals for Fletcher coming in today's match? Let's see. And then last one is just the standard points per game. Nothing crazy here, except the last 4 is less than 1. It's 0.75, as I said. Their new manager just really hasn't pulled it together yet. And then last 6 and last 8, they have not been doing well. They did better in the first half of the season than they are currently doing now. So everything is looking towards we should be taking these 3 points today.
There they are. I mean, the stats don't lie, Aaron.
No, they don't lie.
2.5 points average for our last 4 games.
Yeah.
Let's just bump that up a little bit more. Let's go get another 3 points.
So here's another little insight I've got here. Wigan.
Hold the press, Aaron.
Wigan has scored 3 goals in their last 5 games. We have scored 9 goals in our last 5 games. Okay. Paddy already kind of touched on this, but they haven't won in their last 5 matches. A few draws and a couple defeats. And we have kept the most clean sheets in League One with 21. I'd like to extend that today. So there's a couple little things I stole off Fatma.
But you said it better.
Sure.
So we got. I mean, let's face it. I mean, they're sitting down there in 18th position. And ironically, I said they're going to avoid relegation. I mean, they are 7 points clear of Burton, so it would take them. Well, not an almighty.
No, but it's hard for the bottom teams to gain that amount of points.
It's really only Burton, I think, that can save themselves from relegation, in my opinion. I mean, Crawley, Aaron had that little sweet spot for Crawley. Thought they were going to do it.
I thought they were going to. I thought. I believe.
Bridge too far now? Bridge too far
probably,
now, Aaron?
Yeah, probably too much to ask now.
I will say that, Aaron, at the start of the season, you said that you picked them for relegation. Because I picked them to stay up.
Yeah, I
So I
figured
was
that.
I remember arguing, well, not arguing, but just discussing that. And
Yeah,
you were saying they'll go down. I was hoping they'd stay up because I think they could win enough matches. But
Yeah.
ultimately, it doesn't look like it. Yeah.
I was just looking at what they did to the. I mean, they ripped their squad apart.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think they started the season with only like 2 of the players that had got them up from the season before. And then, yeah, I got a soft spot for their coach. I like him. I think he's a good coach. And I mean, when he's been there, I think if he'd have stayed the whole season, there's a good chance they would have stayed up. Because I think they were doing well and they had the chance to stay up. But when he left, they started dropping a bunch of points, and just got buried in
Like,
it.
here we are. This is what we are.
There we go.
Just waiting for Darth Vader to walk in the room and choke us all to death.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's creeping around somewhere with Darth
He'll
Vader.
be creeping around somewhere, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But yeah. Or is he Jabba the Hutt? Who knows? But anyway, we'll go along.
Jabba the Hutt. Oh, geez. Somewhere he just spit his liquid death out when you said that.
All you Star Wars fans out there, may the Fourth be with you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
super excited for tonight. There is one other early game tonight, and it is
Yes,
Wickham
there
at
is.
home to Stevenage.
Yeah, they seem to want to keep us together.
They do. I mean, I think, Aaron, our goal here tonight is to run the pre-game show over time, all the way through into the start of the games, because Paddy hasn't got his tips in yet.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hi-oh.
By the way, neither has Josh.
Oh, imagine
But that one doesn't shock us as much.
No, that doesn't shock anybody. All right, so should we do a live footy tips right now? Patty makes his tips live on
Or
air.
we can do for the early ones. It's only Wickham you need.
Oh yeah, I
Hang
guess
on.
that's true.
Aaron, let's put him on the spot. We've already done our tips.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
do them.
Yeah.
Do them live, Patty. Do it live.
Yeah.
Go on, let's
Shoot the rehearsal.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to bring up the footy tip sheet here. Where am I? I'm going to bring it up so that I can. It won't be on the screen. I'll just keep it up over here so I can fill it out. But I will tell everybody as we go. So, first game tonight, live on air, Wigan v Wrexham. Well, I'll leave that one to last. Wickham v Stevenage. Aaron's gone 1-1. I've gone 1-0 Wickham. What say you, Paddy?
2-0 Wickham.
2-0 Wickham. And now that I just think about this, Aaron, I'm not going to tell him our tips first.
I don't need to know your tips.
Actually, and he doesn't need to know them, guys, because he's killing us.
He's killing us. He's murdering us.
Northampton at home to Reading, Paddy.
Reading 1-0.
Well, both Aaron and I tipped a 2-0 win to Reading. We're a bit more confident in Reading, or we just want them to win by more. Lincoln at home to Shrewsbury, Paddy.
Lincoln 2-0.
Lincoln 2-0. Aaron had 3-0 and I had 1-0. So there you go. Stockport at home to Rotherham.
Ooh. Stockport 2-1.
Stockport 2-1. Aaron tipped 7-0 to Rotherham. Oh, no, sorry, 1-1. And I tipped 2-1 to Stockport as well, Paddy. So Burton at home to Huddersfield.
I'm going to give a Huddersfield 1-0.
Huddersfield 1-0. Mini Wrexham, both Aaron and I have tipped a 1-0 win to Burton. Crawley at home to Leighton.
Leighton 1-0.
Leighton 1-0. Aaron has tipped 2-2. And I have tipped 0-0. Cambridge at home to Charlton.
Charlton 3-1.
Charlton 3-1. Well, Aaron's tipped a 1-1 draw there. So he's doing us a favour. Good on you, Aaron. I love it. I actually tipped a 2-0 win to Charlton. I think they'll get the business done tonight. Barnsley at home to Bolton, Paddy.
Oh, this is a tough one now. I hate doing draws, but I'm going to go for a 1-1.
1-1. Both Aaron and I have tipped Bolton 1-0. And Bristol at home to Exeter.
Bristol 1-0.
Bristol 1-0. Aaron has tipped 2-1 Exeter, and I've tipped 1-1. And we scroll all the way back up to the top. Wigan at home to the team in the red kit.
Well, see, now I would adjust my score because of the red kit, maybe, but no, I called it last night 3-0.
3-0, there
To
we
us.
go.
To us.
To us, yeah. Just to be clear.
Before you put it in the home team.
Oh, you told me 3-0. And what I read out, I just type in, you know. So there we go. Look, good on you for getting your tips in on time, Paddy. Well done. So do we think Stevenage could do us any favour this evening?
Yes.
Travelling away to Wickham.
I think so.
Yeah, I think a draw is a reasonable result with a reasonable chance as well.
I tell you what, the one thing, if Stevenage scored the first goal,
First one, yeah.
very hard to get back over the top of. Very hard. They did that to us, remember? They did the goal early, and then we just could not get a goal. Like, it was just, it was painful to watch. It was actually one of the most painful games I watched this season, I think, was that game. When they scored early, it just felt absolutely just, you know, I just wanted to reach into the screen and just strangle some people to get in there and score a goal. So, but, I mean, that's that game. So we'll have one eye on the score happening. Well, I will anyway, while watching us away to Wigan. And we've got like almost 5,000 fans have travelled. How good's that?
Yep, 46.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
It was 4630 according to the Wrexham website.
Wow.
It just came out.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. Well, there you go. John Hills was at that game, at that Stevenage game he's mentioned. So it's interesting. But yeah, I think we're going to hear a lot of noise from our fans tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm feeling confident because of that. I think some of these grounds we only get so many we can only get so many fans in.
So we should look up
smaller allocation.
how big's their stadium?
It's a large stadium.
Yeah,
it's a big
it
stadium.
is too. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it is a big stadium. Yeah. No, I mean, they're a big. Well, see, because I think they play rugby league. The rugby league team plays there as well in the north of England, and it is very popular, and it is one of the biggest rugby league teams in the English Football League.
Yeah.
So that is why it is such a big stadium. So yeah, they love their rugby league up in the north of England. So that is probably why. But I mean, it's football tonight. It's Wrexham travelling away, hoping to get the business done. I mean, I just think, yeah, I'm excited for it. Have you boys got any special things you want to cover off now while we've got a few more minutes?
Real quick, Wickham, Kone is in their starting lineup. I knew he came off. He looked a little gimpy in their last game.
Gimpy.
Yeah, he was. Well, he did. He looked a little. Something was wrong. He wasn't right. So, I wasn't sure if he'd start today or not. He is starting, so he's probably taking some pain meds and gonna push through it with a few games left in the season. Don't blame him. But that I'll be honest, he didn't look that threatening on Tuesday. He looked slow and sluggish and not on it his usual.
If he's out of form, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way they've felt in the last month. I've literally just turned on the iFollow. I turned on my iFollow. Looks like a nice sunny afternoon in Wigan, so that's good. As the fans are tucking into their food. So, yeah.
It's going to be interesting, actually, watching the crowd because obviously we've said we have a big following, but we're not going to see such negativity towards Maka either, which is an unusual one. You know, normally just having him on the pitch kind of riles up the crowd, but that's not going to happen today.
That's a really good point, Paddy. I mean, he is literally vilified nearly everywhere else he goes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So, and it is a perfect sunny day holy dolly. Fantastic. Cannot wait for this. I think this is going to be fantastic. It's super excited. I mean, I just think, that's a really good point. Like Macca not getting that same abuse that he normally cops. Just like, for over 4,500 Wrexham fans. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how many home fans turn up to the game.
Yeah. I think they've been averaging around 9,000 this season total. So if they get a bump with us being there, we brought 46. So, so we'll see. We'll see if it's a little higher than usual.
Yeah. Actually, Matt L, this is one of Matt L's better questions. Does Macca need that negativity as a drive? My opinion is he feeds off it very well, but I think it can negatively impact some of our other players. What do you boys think?
I say in general, yes. It does kind of help him in most cases. I don't think it's necessary for Wigan. I think he has enough reason to show off because both fans will kind of enjoy it. If somebody has to score or if somebody has to play well, they might not worry too much if it's him. Because in fairness, look, they have to be expecting a loss and hoping for a win in this sort of fixture today. So yeah, I don't think they'll be terribly upset if they lose.
No.
Yeah.
And I just checked their ground. Their capacity is 25,138.
That's pretty close to what we'd like to have, really, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
I really would like us to have about a 40,000 seat stadium.
Yeah. Plus, if you consider that as well, they have given us a lot of tickets. So if you're talking about 10% ish, would be kind of standard 2,500. Potentially because of Macca and the history between the clubs, there's no issue between the clubs. Maybe they just decided to have the extra tickets, have the extra cash, and go with it.
Absolutely. Well, boys, I mean, look, don't forget everybody out there in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Boys were on fire tonight. Aaron was on fire early with the comedy. He was on point, and Paddy again with the stats. Like you're definitely nailing it. I feel like our pre-game show has started to find its rhythm.
Yeah,
just as the season comes to an end.
Yeah.
But anyway, better late than never. Yep. Better late than never. So, boys, final thoughts. So, I mean, Paddy's 3-0, I'm 3-0, Aaron's 2-0. With those numbers, who are your goal scorers? Paddy, you've gone for a 3-0. We'll let you give your three goal scorers.
Macca, Fletcher, and Smith.
Macca, Fletcher, Smith. Aaron?
Smith, Rodriguez.
Okay. And I am going to go J-Rod, Marriott, and Marriott. So, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, get ready for Josh for your game day watch along. He is pumped up. He's in makeup, getting ready to go. After the game, Paddy, Rextra time?
Yes.
Come on in.
Have your time is happening.
What did we get to 7 last week, Paddy?
We've even beaten that. I didn't go back and count. We had a lot last week. So we need to break that again. Come on, people.
We want double figures.
Double figures. Going for 10 today.
People. Come on in. Have your say. Talk about the game. Feel free to talk about the rest of the season with Paddy. Ask him anything you want. He's the truth bomb. He will answer everything you need to know. So, boys, what do you reckon? On that bombshell?
On that bombshell.
Okay, boys.
See you later.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the game.